Hello, fantastic fans, and welcome to the AMKS Goddess Radio Show. This is AMKS Goddess, and I'm here saying what you think but are too afraid to say. Grow a heart, America, universe, stand up for something, or you're going to fall for everything. You know what I mean? And I've been intrigued with this series called The 100 on Netflix. You know what I mean? It's pretty interesting. On live air. iHeart Radio. Call in with questions. No text. Please. Oh, 6-7. So, my phone number is 314-899-3067. It's so funny. People are like, why are you giving your phone number out? You know, you got stalkers and all these crazy things. This lady got shot on Highway 270, and people are getting killed everywhere. You know, there is no, let's just take a moment to talk about it. It's not there anymore. Facebook is monitoring everything. I think they're only giving me what they want to give me. You know? They keep logging me out of my Facebook, making me change my password, not accepting my other password, you know, because I haven't blocked my phone. They wanted to get into my SIM card, you know? And I had to say yes, so they could send me a text message with a code to let me back into my Facebook account, which is crazy. Like right now, I'm trying to send out my broadcast message, which I think they just canceled me. Or I'm live on air. Cool, I'm still live on air. They couldn't turn me off. You know what I mean? They're trying to stop my broadcast. They're trying to stop me from voicing my voice, and it's just a singular voice. I'm a singular voice. I sit in my bedroom, my one-bedroom apartment. It's not like I have a big voice. It's not like I'm changing the world, right? Now what's going on? See, they're affecting my phone right now. And it's crazy. It says no texting. And they just don't understand that. No texting. No texting. No texting. No texting. No texting. Call in. No texting. No texting. Can people not read? Are foreigners just crazy and don't know how to read? I love foreigners. I love the accents, you know? So I'm watching the series, and Hollywood likes to, portray reality close to the borderline of what's going on in our real world. And they like to leak secrets that we just might not believe are just gonna happen, you know? But they do happen. Like radiation from an atomic nuclear bomb being set off, and our world not being inhabited, and we sending people to space to live in what we call the Ark. You know what I mean? What do you guys think about that? Ooh, fantastic Snapchat on that, right? So, I think this guy did a really good job at it. You've got people that survived in the wilderness and in the desert and other places. That survived because the human race is a hard spirit to kill, don't you think? You know? Then you got the people that lived in the bunkers. And, those are the science weirdos and the high upper elite that they had to save all the knowledge and the elite shit, like the pearls and diamonds and the high heels and the extravagant music, and, they think they're doing the deed, And I don't think they're doing the deed, But it does show a realistic thing, We shoot people into outer space. We keep people in the bunkers, from the atomic bombs that we're going to kill each other with in the year 2020 of the false Antichrist coming. And with the Antichrist coming, we don't even know, you know what I mean? So many people want the apocalypse to happen. that we have no ideal anymore. I've become this crazy person that sits in the house all the time, and I watch series, TV shows that you can watch without commercials, which is hella cool. You know what I mean? And if you're like me, you see more into it if the veil has been removed from your eyes. I don't know. Has the veil been removed from your eyes? I don't know. So, you see these people, and they send the criminals, and the criminals are children, and they're floating people, and they call them floaters, that they float into outer space because they say they have committed heinous crimes, and that was, stealing rations or whatever it may be, or going on a 3-hour spacewalk without permission and using oxygen that you didn't have permission, or having a baby without permission, because that is, what's going to happen. You got 3,000 some odd people living up in a space ark, up in the space, and they don't know how to save everybody, but somebody's got to be sacrificed. So 321 people died. They give their lives so other people can have oxygen, and they remove it, and it's a slow death, or it's an easy death because you just go to sleep. You got people on the ground that are bleeding other people so they can stay alive with blood transfusions because they're anemic to the radiation toxic, because they were there when the bombs went off. And in the shelters, the radiation slowly leaked through the ground and into their coffin tombs that they had made in the ground. So, you know what I mean? So, this is like, I think of this movie, this show, I think of, is like what's going to happen after the poles shift, right? After God has come and gone. These are like the leftovers, The Antichrist is trying to work his last magic. We don't have the 10,000 years of peace yet, but we're still there working on it. Because God says after he comes, the world is ended, There'll be 10,000 years of peace. And then he's going to release Lucifer again, Why would you release him, Because show mercy. The whole goal in all of this is to, I think, to bring Lucifer home. To have Lucifer drop his pride and his ego and his envy and realize that we are all one of God's children, even him. Oh, dear Lucy, can you hear me? Are you out there? I'm not sacrificing anything today because I've done to that. You know what I mean? Plenty over my lifetime, and I'm 46. I'm sure if you give my children an opportunity, they might find something to do, but, you have to get permission from God to do that. The laws of nature and the laws of God and the laws of men don't coincide. We're such a contradictory. We're a triangle without even knowing it. We're the triple helix that they talk about. And we're such a paradigm. It's fascinating. So I'm watching this show, and they're fighting what they call the grounders. And they've got this mean drug that turns these people into, these things called, the creepers or whatever. And they're killing people, right? And they're bringing people to harvest blood. Instead of keeping those people fat and reusing them over and over again, or loosen them back into the world so they can get fat and plump and then go kidnap them, bring them back and harvest some more blood. They're tossing them down and feeding them savagely to these other people that they're creating from those people to be their workers. We as men are deviant. We have no comprehension of what God really wants for us. I think we truly have missed the mark. We should be shot. If it's not your time to go, it's not going to be your time to go. I've become this person that just sits here and contemplates the world on a tray, Not that I have anything wise to say. The world's going to end the way the world's going to end. I don't know how it's going to end. I foresee a lot of things. But I think a lot of wise people in this world do today. We just choose not to listen to their pontification. Because we've been pontificated out with lies, betrayal, a lot of bullcrap, in the world today. I was listening to YouTube today, and they were talking about South Africa's land grab. I think that's just fascinating. Obama slapping him on the back. You know what happened in Zimbabwe, when that happened the last time, is their economical thing crashed. And and their money became nothing. You know whose money is in Zimbabwe now? Ours. J-Lo. She looks so young, and she's older than I am. You know what I mean? She tried out for the In Living Color Girls before I did. And it's always that I could have been, should have been theory, And I could have been. It wasn't meant to be. You have to call in on the other phone number. You cannot call in on Facebook. You cannot call in on Facebook. Yeah, you can't call in. Can't call in on Facebook. I'm live. Fuck, what is wrong with people? Man. You know what I mean? So I think this show depicts, you know what I mean? What's really going to happen when our world comes over. You know what I mean? And turns over. I don't know what that sounds like, but I just think anyway. And they still keep doing it. Bizarre. You know what I mean? Let's get started with today's videos. It says Bizarro videos. You know what I mean? What's happening with your third eye?
Photographer?
I don't know what's happening with your
Join
third eye.
Guru Shots, the world's greatest photographer. This is what happens in the third eye when we smoke cannabis. It is a well-known fact that the pineal gland responds to psychoactive drugs, but what really happens to the third eye when we use cannabis? The pineal gland. The pineal gland, or the seat of the soul, as described by Rene Descartes, is the focal point of our spiritual guiding system.
I don't have time to talk.
Us go beyond the
I can't talk.
Of rationality
I can't chat. I'm live on the radio.
Higher dimensions of consciousness within a holographic cosmos. This gland, located in the center of the brain, it is about 1/4 of an inch in size, reddish gray, and weighs about 1/10 of a
So
gram.
what happens when you smoke marijuana?
Unlike other parts of the brain, which come in pairs,
Got a long fucking
where
thing.
images in our subconscious are rearranged into new and strange imagery during our dream states. The visual receptors there operate in pure darkness, but receive peripheral stimulus from the brain. The gland secretes a body-produced EMP molecule in situations of near-death.
Radio, dude. Radio.
Correlations between this concept and that of sensory deprivation while using psychedelics,
Stop!
especially in the manner of
This dude is something else. Now I've got to go block him because he won't stop fucking texting me. It's crazy.
It is forcing the mind to connect
You know what I mean?
with conditions found within the pineal gland,
Crazy.
bringing insight to the surface.
You know what I mean? Why won't people listen when you tell them to stop?
How does cannabis work in the pineal gland?
You know what I mean? I just, I hate telling people to
Research on
stop, and
rats
they
has
just
shown that the
won't
pineal
stop.
gland contains a functional endocannabinoid system, in that cannabinoid receptors type 1 and 2, and the endogenous ligands that bind to the cannabinoid and
For Christ's sake, man.
are all present. The study showed that the activity of the CB receptors varied according to a daily cycle, with lowest activity levels occurring at the end of the daylight period. It also showed that levels of an enzyme responsible for synthesizing new endocannabinoid molecules, NIPLD, was reduced during the middle of the dark period. It is likely that THC's endogenous analog, anandamide, performs the same action of reducing the norepinephrine-induced release of melatonin, and is therefore fundamentally involved in pineal gland function.
So it would help
that
me.
Low levels of anandamide or THC are therefore needed in order for melatonin production to increase. As melatonin levels increase, as they should normally do at the end of the daylight period, feelings of sleepiness should occur.
I don't know.
How does the pineal gland actually affect the process of getting high?
Well, let's just tell you right now. I don't understand why it's important to get high, but, you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? People don't understand anything. We, as... Marcelino. Let me have it.
You want some weed?
Mom live.
Okay, well then you send it back to me. You want to go to the moon?
Why? You gonna go to the moon?
Let's go to the moon. That's what you're on.
Whatever. So, let's just test out the theory, right? My son smokes weed. I don't know. So the show 100, pretty interesting show. For today's video, it's not about Harvey Weinstein. Today's video, remember yesteryear? I showed you many Illuminati celebrities looking scared, confounded, angry, etc. etc. Well, I kept seeing the same today. Something's up. Something is making all these celebs to be visually shaken. Because they know the world's going to end as they know it. Seems they have some inside info about something. Whatever that may be. Well, because God's coming. Keep looking up. Oh, the alien abductions. Oh, that's good stuff. So, what's this guy got to say? Man, if they get any skinnier, you know, the video camera adds 20 pounds. So these people in real life must be really hella skinny. So he's just showing pictures of people's eyeballs. You know what I mean? And the distressed look on their faces. Perturbed, deterred, perturbed, deterred. It's the most likely Masonic stance. What the? You mean like that? I don't know who it is, but somebody famous. You know, God says not to wear men's clothes and men not to wear women's clothes, and we're doing all that, right? We truly are. Okay, if that's all this guy's gonna do, that's retarded. Yeah, that's retarded. Oh my God. How much more of this crap do we gotta go through? I don't know. I'm gonna go back to watching this series though, it's pretty good. Them so their blood taking these people.
No, not her. She needs more time to recover. This one. doing this to us? President Wallace said we could go.
That President Wallace is no longer in command. He had to step down.
They're taking blood marrow and all kinds of good stuff.
I hope you know, you're all incredibly special to us.